Hello everybody and welcome back to part 2 of my haul and talk. Now if you didn't check out my the first video I did, make sure to check that one out before you watch this one. And for those people who are just tuning in, thank you for watching, and for those who are returning, welcome back. So I had to cut the last video short. I would have been able to make it all into one video, but unfortunately, as I said at the last part of that video, I was really struggling with my voice because I'd done so much talking over the period of like 2 hours or so. So I've still got some DVDs that I didn't actually cover. These are from the Silith market runs that I've done over the last couple of weeks, and the first one I've got for you, everybody, is the Clint Eastwood movie Every Which Way But Loose. Now this sort of marked the turn of Clint Eastwood in terms of like his characters throughout his career after this movie was done. Not so much by turning himself into the big softy. He was still pretty much the more manly characters that he did, but like in terms of like the tone of the movies that he did, they were a lot more light-hearted, and this one was the transition of that particular genre for him, and it's a really cool movie. It plays this guy who is like basically a bare knuckle fighter, and he falls for a singer in one of the bars that he visits, and all hell pretty much breaks loose. But yeah, it's a really cool film, this, everybody. Yeah, if you haven't seen this, I do actually recommend you check it out. It does actually come with a follow-up, which I'm going to be covering now, but it's pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same sort of thing as this one, and that one is Any Which Way You Can. So I'm not really going to go an awful lot into this one because it's pretty much the same sort of thing as Any Which Way But Loose. But yeah, that's those two movie guys. And before I really go any further, I mentioned in one of my last videos that if I was going to be collecting regular DVDs again, I was going to have to be really selective of what I bought, not only for the space in my room, but also for the actual movie itself. I was going to have to be really careful as to what I buy to make sure it's something that I'm actually going to watch again. And this next one kind of takes it away from that, and you're probably going to think, why have I bought this? But yeah, that's my particular reason for bringing that up again. And the next one I've got is Guyver, Dark Hero. Now this is the movie that I was originally talking about when I spoke about the original Guyver movie. This is the one that this was the first one that I watched before I picked up that Bluray Arrow edition of the first Guyver movie. Yeah, this was the one that I saw first, from 1993. It doesn't say anything on the box, but I'm almost certain it was 1993. But yes, this is another really cheesy action movie, which involves like aliens and it was more. This film kind of focuses more on the origins of the Guyver rather as opposed to the first one I saw, which actually just basically says this is what it is, this is what it can do, and here's some aliens for this Guyver to defeat. This goes a little bit more in depth to the actual origins of the Guyver itself, so it's a pretty interesting watch. But like I say, it's really cheesy and your typical early 90s action movie. It didn't really do that well at the box office, which is kind of understandable, really, to be honest. But yeah, that's the Guyver, everybody. Now the next movie I've got is kind of a real shift into another genre here, and that is The Help. There is a bit of a mixed bag in this lot, so I'm gonna do my best I can with this one. Now this is a blind buy, but I've heard a lot of really good things about this movie, and it's got a real solid cast in this, with the likes of Jessica Chastain, Emma Stone, and Bryce Dallas Howard. Really interested in this, so if any of you guys out there have seen this, let me know what you thought to it in the comments below. I feel like I'd be really appreciative of that. So that's The Help. That's the Help, everybody. And the next one I've got is a brilliant true story of about a group of huskies that got stuck in Antarctica, and that is the brilliant 8 Below with the late Paul Walker. Rest in peace, Paul. You were a great talent, and thank you for your movies. But this movie 8 Below follows like I said, follows the true story of a group of huskies that were left behind in an expedition in Antarctica, and Paul Walker's character is the team's leader, who unfortunately had to make the very hard decision of leaving the dogs behind. But you know, he went back and got them back, and they were all still alive, and it was absolutely incredible how this dog survived the conditions that they were left in. Such a real shame that something like that could have happened. But yeah, if you like your true stories and you're also into your animal movies, this is one to watch. If you're a huge lover of animals, you probably will struggle with this. So I would kind of go into this with a bit of an open mind. But yes, that's 8 Below, everybody. Now the next one I've got is a movie from South Korea. It's a really interesting movie. It's a monster movie, and that is called The Host. It's a really cool movie, this. I was really quite surprised. It did get a lot of rave reviews at the time that it was due to come out. It follows the story of this creature that just appears out of nowhere from a lake in South Korea, and it kidnaps a bunch of people, including a little girl who is on a day out with her family. And that's basically the whole gist of the film, really. But it's a really good watch, this. It really is. Really well directed as well, with some fantastic CGI as well for its time anyway. So yeah, that's the Host, everybody. If you can, check it out. It's a pretty cool movie. The next one I've got is the movie Night Watch. Now I kind of got this confused with another film when I saw it. When I seen it on the stall that I was at, I thought this was a completely different film from what I thought. It wasn't until I got back and read the description that I realised that it was actually a Russian film. But it has a lot, and it has a bunch of different versions of this. It's got the Russian version, the English version, and it's got a theatrical version. And it also comes with a director commentary and all sorts of other cool things. But yeah, like I say, I mistook it for a movie that I had seen. That I'd seen before, but I've not seen this one. So if anyone's like I said with a couple of the others, if anybody out there has seen it, let me know what your thoughts are on this. It'll be really cool. So thanks very much. The next one is the brilliant Mothman Prophecies with Richard Gere. Now it's been a while since I've actually seen this, and so I can't really tell you an awful lot about the story, so I've kind of forgotten it. But it's a really cool movie. Looking forward to watching it again. Next up is the movie Bandits with Bruce Willis, Billy Bob Thornton and Cate Blanchett. This movie plays out almost like a Lethal Weapon movie, except with the fact that it's a heist movie. So in a nutshell, Bruce Willis and Billy Bob Thornton play two kind of friends. They're not really best friends, but Cate Blanchett here in the middle brings them together and orchestrates between the three of them a bank heist. Now that's pretty much the whole thing about the film, but like I say, it's a comedy heist movie and it's really cool. I enjoyed it. If you haven't seen this, I recommend you watch it. It's really good. Up next is a Judi Dench and Cate Blanchett once again, which is Notes on a Scandal. Now I have not seen this movie at all, but I read the back of it and it just sounds so interesting. I love both Judi Dench and Cate Blanchett. I think some of the stuff that they've done is just absolutely incredible. It really is. And Bill Nighy is also in this. He is known for playing Davy Jones in the Pirates of the Caribbean series, Dead Man's Chest, and at World's End. Yeah, let's say I've not seen this before. I picked it up and I thought, yeah, I'll give this a go. So again, let me know what your thoughts are on this one. It'll be really cool. The next one I have, we're going back to Asia with this one, and that is Chow Yun Fat in John Woo's Hard Boiled. Again, this is another one that I've not seen, and I'm really looking forward to checking this out. I might actually watch this tonight when I've got all the other videos uploaded onto YouTube. I've not seen this before. I've heard a lot of great things about it again, as well as the other stuff that I've talked about in this video. So yeah. So the next one I have is a movie that's got a lot of acclaim from so many people, like friends of mine, and also from the YouTube community as well. And that is Guillermo del Toro's The Orphanage from J.A. Bayona, who, as we all know, is the director of the latest Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom. Yeah, like I say, recommendation, very big one. This might get watched tonight as well, to be honest. So yeah, if again, I'll say it again, if you've seen this, let me know what your thoughts are on this one. It'd be really cool. So, and that is more or less it for this video, guys, and thank you so much for tuning in. If you like this video, you can hit that like button, subscribe if you like, and and obviously I've already said so, I'm not going to say it again. So yeah, so with regards to sort of like the new camera angle that I've got going here, I've managed to get my new unit that I was talking about a few videos ago, and I've got everything pretty much set up. Let me know what you think of this, because I'm up for changing camera angles here, there, and not everywhere, because I've only really got 2 viewpoints, really, to be honest. But yeah, if you like what you see, I'll stick with this. If not, I'll change it around until you're actually happy with something. So yeah, okay, so I'm going to do my pleasantries now, everybody, and I'll catch you next time.